Hello everybody, thank you for viewing my channel. If you have not subscribed yet, I'm going to be saying this in all of my videos, so I'm sorry it's getting old, but if you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Yeah, tell all your friends to subscribe and comment and whatnot. Comments are always welcome. I like to hear what people have to say and whatnot. So anyway, right now I'm going to be doing part 2 of my review, Blu-ray review of Dragon. Starring Donnie Yen and Takeshi Kaneshiro. And this movie is actually out today. It came out today, so definitely, if you're interested, well, first of all, I fell in love with this movie. I mean, it's very rare that I find a movie that I really, like, that really moves me both emotionally and physically and whatnot. I mean, this movie is definitely one of those movies. I'm just going to say it right now. If I could give this movie a 6 out of 5 stars, i.e., meaning that it's better than the 5-star rating that I usually give movies. I don't usually give movies 5-star ratings, first of all. But this is definitely one of those movies that it's a must-have for your movie collection. If you like foreign movies, martial arts movies, action movies, even if you like a little bit of science as well, there's a little bit of science mixed in with it too. Supernatural. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything in there. Mystery and definitely a great storyline as well. So. I have my notes on my computer screen, so if I'm looking away from the camera, I apologize. But this review is going to contain a couple of spoilers as well. I'm going to try to keep it brief because my written review is pretty extensive. And there will be a more detailed written review on my website. It's actually posted right now. You can go to my website. The actual review will be... the link is in the description there. So, anyway, Dragon is definitely an action-packed martial arts film, mixed in with a little bit of science, a little bit of mystery, and this definitely makes for an interesting film. When the movie starts, we can kind of see there's a little bit of mysticism involved as the landscape has a little bit of mysticism, within it. You know how, I don't know, you just have to see it. It kind of gave me a feeling of, oh wow, this movie is going to be a little bit of mystery involved with it. I mean, there's a bunch of greenery, just like the old Chinese, landscape that you see, stone buildings and whatnot. And definitely, this is definitely a good movie. Let's just say that. Anyway, the movie takes place in the early 20th century. There's a guy named Jinji. Hopefully I pronounced it right. Played by Donnie Yen. He's a paper maker working in a general store. And two people go in to rob the store. And so initially, Jinji is hiding from these robbers as they are robbing, whoever the owner of the store. And he eventually comes out from hiding, and because they're getting ready to kill pretty much the owner of the store, and he comes out from hiding to fight these robbers. And what we see is a typical fight, struggles, whatnot, and he eventually is able to kill both of the robbers. And so within the village he lives in, he's being hailed as a hero because he killed these criminals. Zhu, spelled X-U, is played by Takeshi Kaneshiro. Comes to town to investigate the crime scene, and it turns out that one of the gangsters that Jinji killed was actually a notorious criminal, and he had escaped from prison, and he was actually a highly trained killer. So Zhu has some suspicions as to how a simple paper maker like Jinji could kill a convict with such skill. So as Zhu interviews Jinji's family and the village people, well, the people within the village. um, it turns out that Jinji um, showed up within showed up in the village 5 years prior, pretty much out of nowhere. And Jinji's wife actually said that he had a fight with his family and he ran away and didn't want to go back. So Zhu finally gets a chance to interrogate Jinji and gets his side of the story of what happened. And so as Jinji is um, explaining his story of the fight, Zhu actually has a different picture in his mind as to how the fight plays out. So we see a totally different view of how the fight went down. And there's actually a lot of supernatural abilities that Jinji has that we didn't see in the initial fight because it was so quick and whatnot. And it appears that Jinji was, obviously fighting in a supernatural way, and he eventually summoned Qi energy, spelled Qi, and basically what that is in Chinese, that's basically a life force or energy flow or life energy. And when Jinji actually summoned this energy, he was ready to kill. So that's when he was able to kill these criminals or these robbers. And so after Zhu finds out that Jinji's supernatural abilities, he kind of does a little test on Jinji by pushing him over a bridge, and Jinji falls on some very small tree branches, which were supposed to break as he landed on them, but they didn't. And he actually hangs there for a bit before dropping in the water. So Zhu concludes that with a little bit of science within the movie, that Jinji was able to essentially defy gravity, and this gives Zhu more confirmation that Jinji is not really the person he claims to be. So after investigating a bit, Zhu talks to Jinji again, and Jinji confesses that he was a convicted murderer. He said that his father was a butcher, and there was a guy that owed them money, and his father made Jinji's father made him actually kill this person that owed them money. After hearing this, Zhu still really doesn't believe Jinji because he sees that the Qi energy is repelling flies away from Jinji. So he takes a sharp object. Zhu takes a sharp object like a sickle or something of that nature and attacks Jinji with it, thinking that it would not cut him. And it did not really cut him. It cut him a little bit, but it didn't cut him as it would have cut a normal person. So Zhu eventually finds out that Jinji is actually, his name is actually Tang Long, who was second in command of a notorious criminals called the 72 Demons. And it turns out that Jinji actually killed a family of butchers, and he was never a butcher's son. Okay? So after finding this out, Zhu seems to be somewhat scared of Jinji now and goes to Feng County to get an arrest warrant. The master of the 72 Demons is Jinji's father, and he actually wants him back. So he sends some people to go get him. And as the 72 Demons members arrive in the village, Jinji is actually being awarded an award of integrity. So all the people are there to watch. And Jinji, obviously being defiant not to go back to the 72 Demons, fights the people that had been sent for him. And at this point, the people in the village and even Jinji's wife get to see his supernatural fighting skills, and this is how Jinji's wife actually finds out that he is really not who he says he is. And after some excellent fighting scenes, by the way, Jinji finally defeats the people who were after him. So Zhu, finally realizing that Jinji doesn't want to be a member of the 72 Demons, eventually decides to help Jinji try to get out of the group. So they both come up with a scheme to make the 72 Demons think that Jinji is dead. However, that is foiled. In order to get out, Jinji cuts off his arm, basically in front of the 72 Demons, and tells them that he is done with their group. So the 72 Demons group actually finally leaves, and Jinji goes home only to find his father there with his family. Eventually, Jinji fights his father because his father tried to kill his son when he found out that Jinji wanted out of the 72 Demons. And Zu actually helps Jinji with a fight, and he dies in the process. Jinji's father finally dies from a strike of lightning, and at this point, Jinji knows that he can finally live in peace with his family. Overall, wow. Whew. Take a breath. Okay. Overall, Dragon is definitely an excellent movie with some great fight sequences and cinematography. It's just, it is the same time, or not. What am I doing? It is not too often that you can come across a movie that moves you both physically and emotionally at the same time, and Dragon did that for me anyway. In my opinion, this is one of the best movies I've seen in a long time, and I definitely strongly suggest this movie to almost anyone as a must-have for just about any movie collection. It's very rare that I give movies a 5 out of 5 star rating, but I enjoyed the fight scenes. The characters were excellent, and in their roles and whatnot, and the beauty of the landscape captured on film is amazing. Special features basically include the making of Dragon, featurettes with Donnie Yen, and Lost in Jianghu music video. Overall rating, I already told you at the beginning of the movie, or beginning of my video, 5 out of 5 stars. Easily 5 out of 5 stars. Definitely check out Dragon. Buy it. Get it. It's definitely worth it. And that is part 2 of my review of the Blu-ray Dragon. Thank you for watching. And until next time, I gotta get a drink of water. I'm talking too fast. Until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful day.